matuto! Hello everyone! Welcome back to Ma'am Shei's channel. So in this video, we will be discussing your learning task number 2. I'm going to show you examples or ways on how to solve each item on your learning task number 2. So this will help you in solving problems involving radicals. So are you ready? Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Okay, let's begin. Halina't matuto! This time, I'm going to show you an example on how you can solve the following problems on your learning task number 2. For your first problem, the given is twice the square root of a number is 8. Find the number. In order to solve this, we have to have our representation. We have to represent x as the number since sabi dyan, twice the square root of a number is 8. But we don't know that number. Doble daw nung square root nung number is 8. So what is that number? Let us represent it as x. If x is the number, therefore, the square root of a number is equal to square root of x. Tama ba? And twice the square root means doble. 2 times square root ng x. So, this is how we are going to represent it. And that is equal daw saan? Equal sa 8. Twice na square root ng x is equal to 8. Now, let us find the number. Let us simplify. 2 times square root of x is 2 square root of x is equal to 8. Now, we have here, okay, so we have here two terms, 2 square root of x and 8. So we will now raise it to the power of 2. Since the index is equal to 2 of our radical expression. So that would be equal to 2 square root of x raised to the power of 2 as well as yung 8 should be raised to the power of 2. Simplifying, 2 squared is equal to 4. And the square root of x quantity squared is equal to x. Am I right? Okay. So, kasi makakancel naman natin yung root at saka yung ating power na 2. And that is 8 times 8 is equal to 8 times 8. And that is 64. So, 4 times x is equal to 4x is equal to 64. Now, in order to solve for the value of x, we need to divide both sides by 4 para ma-eliminate natin si 4 sa tabi ni x. So, therefore, si x natin is equal to what is 64 divided by 4? Okay, so that is 16. So, therefore, x is equal to 16. Yun ba yung hinahanap natin? Find the number. What is that number? Okay, so yun po. Since ang number natin is represented as x, therefore, that is 16. So, therefore, our answer is, the number is 16. Okay, so that is for your number 1. Let us proceed with your number 2. The square root of a number increased by 6 is 24. Find the number again. So again, we don't know that number, so we have to represent it as x. Let x be the number. And then, for your solution, we have ang square root daw ng number. Tama ba? Square root of x is increased by 6. The square root of a number increased by 6. When we say increase, nadagdagan. So, we have to add 6. Ay equal daw is 24. Is equal to 24. So, therefore, your equation is equal to square root of x plus 6 is equal to 24. So, napakahalaga na tama yung ating mafo-form na equation. Dahil kapag mali yung ating na-form na equation based on our given problem, hindi po magtatama ang ating solution. Okay? So, dapat nakadepende doon sa ating given problem. Now, let us solve this by apply what we have learned in solving radical equations. Ang square root of x plus 6 equals 24. Dapat daw ma-isolate si square root of x. Dapat nasa isang side lang siya. Wala siyang katabi, wala siyang kasama. So, therefore, si positive 6 ay ililipat natin to the other side. So, that will be equal to square root of x is equal to 24 positive 6 will become negative 6. So therefore, ang come up natin na equation is square root of x equals 24 minus 6. What is 24 minus 6? Okay, we have 18. Ito na ba? Na-solve na ba natin? Hindi pa po. Since ang x ay nasa loob pa ng square root. What are we going to do? Okay, we have to raise it to the power of 2 since ang ating index ay 2. So therefore, that will be equal to square of the square root of x and square of 18. Simplifying, ang square root of x raised to the power of 2 is equal to x and square of 18 is equal to, okay, so that is 324. So therefore, ang x po natin ay equal sa 324. And that is the number. The final answer, therefore, is 324. This time, let us have our number 3. The square root of the sum of a twice number and 5 is 4. What is the number? Again, the square root of the sum of twice a number and 5 is 4. Find the number. So again, we are asking for the number. So therefore, we have to represent it as x again. So, the solution will be ang square root, so ibig sabihin, nasa loob ng square root ng sum of twice a number. Okay? Sum ng twice a number. Pag pinag-add daw ang twice a number, sabihin that would be 2x, tama? And 5, yung twice a number and 5, yun yung i-add natin, is equal to 4. So this will be our equation, our form equation. We have a square root of the sum of 2x or twice the number and 5. At ito daw ay equal daw kay 4. So this is our equation. Now, let us find the number. That is by applying the solving radical equation. Here, the index is 2. So therefore, we have to raise them into the power of 2. Now, simplifying, square of square root of 2x plus 5, that is equal to 2x plus 5. Square of 4, that is equal to 4 times 4, that is 16. So therefore, we have 2x plus 5 equals 16. Now, our goal is to find the value of x. So therefore, we have to isolate it into one side. So therefore, yung positive 5, kailangan natin siyang i-transpose here sa other side. So that would become 2x equals 16 minus 5. So therefore, 16 minus 5 is equal to 9. Tama ba? Okay. Now, in order to solve for the value of x, we need to divide both sides by 2. Therefore, our x is equal to, can we divide 9 by 2 exactly? Okay, hindi po. So, therefore, pwedeng fraction yung sagot natin. That is 9 over 2. So, this is our answer. And that is, since x is the number, so therefore, and we are looking for that number, okay, we are looking for that number, therefore, our answer is, the number is 9 over 2. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, next. Okay, class, so let us proceed with our problem number 4. The given is the perimeter of the square is 21 and the side is the square root of x plus 4. Let us find the number. So this is an example of a geometric problem since this involves a perimeter of the square. So this will remember the formula in finding the perimeter of the square. Okay, very good. So that is 4 times the side. Sabi dyan, ang perimeter daw na square is equal to 21. And the side, ang side is also given, but it is represented as unknown as the square root of x plus 4. We have to find that number. What is that number? That is the value of the x. So let us represent it as the number. Now, in order to solve, we will begin it with the formula in finding the perimeter of the square, and that is P is equal to 4S, or perimeter is equal to 4 times side. Now, let us substitute the values based on our problem. Ang perimeter natin is equal to 21. So, let us write 21 is equal to 4 times. What is the side? We have a square root of x plus 4. Now, simplifying, 4 times x, square root of x plus 4 is equal to 4 square root of x plus 4. So, minultiply, kinapi lamang yung 21. Now this time, let us raise them to the power of, yan, of 2. Kasi ang index natin dito ay 2. Okay? So, raising them to the power of 2, that will be equal to 21 quantity squared and 4 squared of x plus 4 quantity squared. Now, what is 21 times 21? Okay, that is 441. Equals, what is 4 times 4? Since kailangan din natin to square. This is the coefficient of our radical. So, we have 16. 4 times 4 is 16. How about the square root of x plus 4 quantity squared? Okay, very good. That is x plus 4. Now, simplifying, this will be equal to, what is 16 times x? 16x. We just apply the distributive property. 16 times positive 4, that is equal to positive 64. Now, combining like terms, we have, okay, so yung 16x, hayaan na natin siya sa side na to. So, therefore, yung 64 ang ilipat natin sa kabilang side. Ano? So, that would be equal to 441 minus 64. Kasi tinranspose natin, so naging negative siya. Equals to positive 16x. What is 441 minus 64? Okay, that is 377. And copy 16x. Now, in order to solve for the value of x, we need to divide both sides by, very good, that is 16. Dividing both sides by 16, we can cancel. So, ang natira na lang ay x is equal to 377 over 16 or divided by 16. Kaya ba siyang i-simplify? Okay, hindi na po. So, therefore, this is our value of x. So, ito ba yung hinahanap natin? Yes, because we are looking for find the number. So, therefore, the number is 377 over 16. Okay? Let us proceed to problem number 5. So, we have the given the circumference of the circle or c is equal to 2 pi r is 12 cm. So, dito, geometric problem ulit ito, which involves the circumference of the circle. So, binigay na dito yung formula in finding the circumference, and that is c is equal to 2 pi r. And the radius is equal to square root of x plus 2. Find x and its radius. Ano? So, we are looking for that number, yung x na yon, yung unknown, and also the radius, which is equal to square root of x plus 2. Now, let's begin our solution. We have c is equal to 2 pi r. This is the formula in finding the circumference of the circle. Let us just substitute what is given or what are the given in our given problem. So, ang circumference niya ay 12 cm. So, ibig sabihin, ang c is equal to 12. Is equal to 2 times, kokopyahin lang natin si 2 sa ating formula. Yung 2, hindi yun pwedeng mawala dyan kasi part siya ng ating formula. And also the pi. Ano? Yung pi, multiply by the radius. What is the radius? We have the square root of x plus 2. Now, what are we going to do? Okay. So, we can divide both sides by 2. Tama ba? In order to eliminate that number. Or pwede nating paliitin yung 12. So, that would be equal to 12 divided by 2 is 6. And 2 pi squared of x plus 2 divided by 2. And that is equal to pi times square root of x plus 2. Okay? So, kinancel na itong 2. So, ang natira na lang natin ay square root of or pi is square root of x plus 2. So, this time, we have two expressions. We have 6 and square root of x plus 2. Or pi is square root of x plus 2. And the index is 2. So, therefore, let us raise them to the power of 2. What is 6 squared? 6 times 6 is 36. How about the square root of our pi squared? That is equal to pi squared times x plus 2. So, nakancel na natin. Square root of x plus 2 quantity squared is equal to x plus 2. Now, we can divide both sides by pi squared. Okay? So, dividing both sides by pi squared, para ma-solve natin si x plus 2 or yung value ng x, we can divide it. So, we can cancel it. What is 36 divided by pi squared? Okay, that is 36 over pi squared. And that is equal to x plus 2. Now, we have to solve for the value of x. We need to transpose positive 2 to the other side. So, this will become x is equal to 36 over pi squared minus 2. So, pwedeng ito na yung final answer natin. Ano? That is the value of x. Or, pwede naman natin siyang pagsamahin by getting the LCD. LCD ni pi squared, ni 36 pi over pi squared, and then 2 is pi squared. So, that would be pi squared divided by pi squared, 1. Times 36, we have 36. Now, pi squared divided by 1, we have pi squared times negative 2, that is negative 2 pi squared. So, pwedeng ito din yung ating final answer. Now, we are looking find x. So, what is the value of x? Okay, we have 36 minus 2 pi squared over pi squared. How about its radius? Since ang radius natin is equivalent to square root of x plus 2, so therefore, ito yung magiging sagot natin. Ang radius is equal to x plus 2. By substituting the value of x, ano ba yung value ng x natin? So, instead of writing x, i-write natin, okay, ito na yung ginamit natin. 36 over pi squared minus 2 plus 2. Here, we can cancel negative 2 plus 2. So, ang natira na lang ay 36 over pi squared. So, therefore, this is our radius. Okay? The radius is equal to the square root of 36 over pi squared. Okay? I hope maliwanag. Let us have our number 6 problem. Find the side of the square if the area is 81 meters square. So, again, geometric problem ito, ano? Side of the square again. So, side of the square, we all know that the formula in finding the area of the square is A is equal to S squared, or area is equal to side square. Substituting, ang given value natin, ang area daw ay 81. So, ang area natin ay 81 equals, i-replace lang natin yung A by their value, and then side ay nawawala. Okay? So, here, do we already form radical equation? Radical equation na po ito. 81 is equal to S squared. So, therefore, we can, ayan. This is not a radical equation rather, but this is a quadratic equation. So, quadratic equation, S squared, and that is equal to, okay, we can extract the root of both sides para maalis natin or ma-solve natin ang value ng S. So, we have square root of S squared is S, and square root of 81 is 9. So, therefore, 9 is equal to S, or the side is equal to 9. And that is what we are looking for. Find the side of the square. The side is equal to 9. What is the unit of measurement? That is meters. So, we have 9 meters. Okay? Let us have our 8th problem. 3 times the square root of a number is 3. Find the number. So, this is an example of a number problem. So let us represent it. Let's have the representation. We are looking for 3 times the square root ng number. We don't know that number, so let us represent it as x. And then, square root of a number. Pag sabing square root of number, sabihin, square root ni x. So that means square root of a number. And 3 times the square root of a number means 3 square root of x. Am I right? Okay. So let us have the solution, or let us form an equation. In equation, it states that 3 times the square root of a number is 3 or is equal to 3. So therefore, 3 square root of x is equal to 3. Here, since ang given natin ay parehas siyang may numerical na 3, so therefore we can divide both sides by 3. So para ma-lowest term na natin. So we can cancel 3 kasi 3 square root of x divided by 3 is 1, or 3 divided by 3 is 1. So therefore, we have a square root of x. 3 divided by 3, that is 1. So we have a square root of x is equal to 1. Now we are looking for the value of x. So therefore, we can raise them to the power of 2. Maalis natin yung square root, that is by raising them to the power of 2. Raising them to the power of 2, what is square root of x quantity squared? We have x. And the square of 1, we have 1. So therefore, x is equal to 1. What is the number? We have 1. The number is equal to 1. So as easy as that, okay? Next, number 9. The cube root of a number decreased by 5 is 0. So, find the number. So, again, this is an example of, a number problem. Cube root of a number decreased by 5 is 0. Find the number. We don't know agad that number, so let us represent it as x. Ang value natin ay cube root of a number. Cube root of a number. When we say cube root of a number, cube root of x. Since ang number natin ay x. Decrease by 5. Binawasan. Binawasan by 5. So that is subtraction. Ang cube root of x, binawasan ng 5, ay binawasan by 5. So that is cube root of x minus 5. So ito po yan. Okay, naunawaan? Now, let's form an equation. The cube root of a number decreased by 5 is equal to? Yes, that is equal to 0. So, we can form that equation to cube root of x minus 5 equal to 0. Now, by solving, we will transpose negative 5 to the other side. So, that will become cube root of x is equal to 5. Now, pwede na natin siyang erase to the power of, what is our index? Okay, 3. So, therefore, erase natin sila parehas to the power of 3 para ma-eliminate natin yung radical. So, cube root of x quantity cube is equal to x. And 5 cube means 5 times 5 times 5. So, therefore, we have 125. So, the value of x is equal to 125. So, therefore, the number is 125. Madali lang, di ba? Alright, so let us have our last problem. The square root of the cube root of a number is 3. Find the number. So, di ba nakakalito? Square root ng cube root ng number is 3. So, what is the number? Let us represent it as x. Let x be the number or a number. Now, isa-isahin natin yung bawat problem. Or let us work backward. The square root of the cube root of a number. So, unahin muna natin yung cube root of a number. So, ito muna. Cube root of a number. Since ang number natin ay x, ang cube root ng x, number or cube root ng x ay equal sa, ayan, cube root of x. Cube root of a number. Eh, meron pa tayo ditong another word which is the square root of the cube root ng number. Ang square root daw ng cube root of a number, sabihin, ito palang cube root of x ay meron pang root na square root. Nasa loob pa siya ng square root. Kasi sabi dyan, the square root of a number or the square root of the cube root of a number. Okay? Nagets? Okay. So, let's have the solution or let us form the equation. It states that the square root of the cube root of a number is 3. So, that would be equal to square root of cube root of x is equal to 3. Now, how are we going to solve this? We have two expressions here. We have two terms. So, what are we going to do? Let us raise them to the power of the index. Ano ba yung index natin? We have to. Sabihin, erase natin both side by 2. Okay. After raising them by 2, simplify natin. What is the square root of cube root of x raised to the power of 2? Di ba makakancel natin itong root and saka yung power? Ang matitira natin ay yung radicand. What is the radicand? Cube root of x. So, therefore, the answer is cube root of x is equal to, what is 3 times 3? We have 9. Now, nasolve na ba natin si x? Hindi pa kasi meron pa siyang radical. So, sabi dyan, huwag tayong titigil hanggat meron tayong radical expression. So, ibig sabihin, we will raise it again to the power of the index. Ano ba yung index natin? 3. So, erase natin sila sa power na 3 in order to eliminate that radical. So, what is cube root of x raised to the power of 3? Okay, ang matitira na lang yung radicand, and the radicand is x. Now, what is 9 cube, or 9 times 9 times 9? 9 times 9 times 9 is equal to, okay, that is 729. So, therefore, your x is equal to 729. What is the number? The number is 729. Okay, so yan po, nakuha na natin ang bawat answer in different problems involving radicals. Alright, so that is all for our video lessons for our week 8. And I guess that would be all for our quarter 2. So congratulations, my dear students. We have made it. Thank you for letting me be part of your studying at home. Don't forget the hashtag Learn at Home with Ma'am Shei. So please do share this to your classmates and friends. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. This is your Ma'am Shei, your guide in learning at home during your modular distance learning. Goodbye!
This video tutorial is made especially for you in Learning Mathematics 9. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe.